Steve Andrews is giving a voice to the voiceless and taking the powerful to task. Now, a Target 8 investigation.
It is a numbers game involving dogs and cats at Hillsborough's animal shelter. And as Target 8 discovers, they're playing games with those numbers. In fact, critics claim Hillsborough County's live release numbers at the animal shelter are nothing but smoke and mirrors.
It appears the Pet Resource Center is massaging numbers to make itself look more successful. And tonight, senior investigative reporter Steve Andrews tells us that the PRC is actually transferring animals to other shelters where then many of them are euthanized.
Yeah, and the Hillsborough Pet Resource Center calls that successful live releases. Others call it killing animals and hiding the evidence. Hundreds of dogs and cats that the Hillsborough Pet Resource Center is crediting itself for releasing live are ending up dead days later. Rocco was turned into the Humane Society of Tampa Bay as a stray. His information and picture put up on the Pet Resource website. In a Facebook post, his owner described him as never, ever aggressive. After 3 days, Rocco officially belonged to the Humane Society. PRC took credit for a live release. Claiming he was aggressive, the Humane Society euthanized Rocco. Would you consider that a live release?
I would. It was a euthanasia, regardless of who euthanized it. It wasn't a live release.
Dr. Christy Layton sits on the county's Animal Advisory Committee.
They're immediately transferring it to a partner facility, and that partner facility is euthanizing the dog, and they're not counting that as a euthanasia.
The same thing happened to Snow and Dawson and Spatola. All PRC live release credits, all euthanized at the Humane Society. According to PRC records, it had 16,000 live outcomes last year. It counted as live releases 2,200 transfers to the Humane Society. It didn't count the 285 the Humane Society euthanized.
Regardless of what happens now at Humane Society, that's still considered a live release rate for Pet Resource Center. And so it's smoke and mirrors as a number. I mean, essentially, we're transferring the euthanasia from one facility to another to make PRC's numbers look better.
Better numbers mean a better evaluation for PRC Director Scott Trebetoski, who chose not to be interviewed for the story. Dr. Layton worries that Pet Resource Center administration is more concerned about its live release numbers and making the county look good than it is about the welfare of the animals. And that seems to be a recurring theme with this administration over the last few years.
But didn't the Pet Resource Center just win a big award of some sort?
Yeah, and it was issued by an organization that's very heavily into live release. You know, there are some good things going on at PRC, but when you see things like these number games, it raises questions about the legitimacy of the entire organization.
I don't get it, because even if you reduce the numbers, you still have a positive number. It still would have been okay, you know, just to do the math. Do the math.
Absolutely, but, you know, the less number of euthanasias there are,
the better the bonus.
The better the bonus.
Follow the money, and that's what you do. Thank you, Steve. If you have a problem you want Steve to investigate, you can call our Target 8 helpline. It is 1-800-338-0808.